What's up, y'all, man? This is your boy, y'all's chosen one, at it one more again. We're going to continue the great book of Exodus. We're in chapter 21. Chapter 20 was interesting. Talking about the Ten Commandments and, how people read chapter 20, you read it over and over again. And you see it every day. And you see that we're in Babylon, man. They even take out the Ten Commandments in the courtrooms and just your everyday life, man. And people still look at it as whatever, and they just look over it. And the Most High means this stuff, man. This is the way of life, man. This is the way of life. All right, we're going to go with chapter 21, the great book of Exodus, talking about slavery and how we can see that there was nothing wrong with slavery at all. Coming from a Hebrew guy such as myself, you may think that how can you say something like that? But there was nothing ever wrong with slavery. It was just the fact that how they did their slavery was totally wrong. All right, here we go. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy an Hebrew servant, which is somebody that like me and you, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. Now, the original intentions of slavery, when they did the transatlantic slave trade, and they said they were trying to Christianize us, they didn't have this. If they wanted to read the Bible like it was supposed to, 7 years we should have been gone. Instead, we served them hundreds of years. Let's continue. So there in verse 2, we see that you're supposed to just serve 6 years, and the 7th year you're supposed to be set free for nothing. If he came in by himself, and that's also in Leviticus 25 verse 41, Deuteronomy 15 verse 21, Jeremiah 34 verse 14. So 7 years is completeness, man. You're supposed to set him free. If he came in by himself, he should go out by himself. So if he came in by himself, he should go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife should go out with him. So if he was married when he came in, then his wife go out with him. You're not supposed to be raping his wife and everything like that. If he had a wife, you go out. His wife's supposed to go out with him. You know what I'm saying? If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master. So if that slave owner gave you a wife, then that wife is still his, and the children is the master's too. Okay? And he should go out by himself because he gave you those. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, I love my wife and my children, I will not go out free, then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or into the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. So if his master gives him a wife and the kids, and he loved that wife and kids, then he has to serve them forever. And that should have been the only reason why slaves should have been serving their master, because they love their wife and children. And if they came in with a wife, then should have been doing that, man. He should have, just like an earring, should have, just like cattle, they should have stuck them in her ear and declared that, everything that he has is the slave master's. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the men servants do. And she please not her master, who have betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto a strange nation, he shall have no power, seeing he had dealt deceitfully with her. See, in Deuteronomy 28:60, I think it's Deuteronomy 28:68, then shall he let her be redeemed. The Most High said there was nobody to redeem us. When he says that, it means that there was nobody to buy us out of that slavery. You know what I'm saying? There was nobody to redeem us at that time. There was nobody to buy us out of that slavery. So we had no power to do that. Although after 6 years anyway, we were supposed to be gone anyway. After that 7 years, was supposed to be set free anyway. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. Okay? And if he do not these three unto her, then shall she go out free without money. He that smiteth a man so that he dies shall surely be put to death. So, you know, a lot of the slave owners, what they was doing to us, man, you know, when they was beating the hell out of us and sometimes killing us, man, you know, then they supposed to die too. They haven't paid for any of that stuff, the atrocities that they committed. They haven't paid for any of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? They, in court, and they supposed to, quote unquote, Christianize us, and then according to this Bible, if they beat us to death, then they supposed to die too. They're supposed to get the death penalty as well. And if a man lie not in wait, but the Most High deliver him into his hand, then I will appoint thee a place whither he shall flee. All right, so if it's not premeditated, then the Most High will, you know, think about it and give you a place to flee. But if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to slay him with guile, thou shalt take him from mine altar that he may die. So if you come in premeditated, then you deserve the death penalty. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death. So if you smite your mother and father, man, don't go up against your mother and father, man. I see a lot of people raising their kids nowadays, man. They just talking back to them, man. They didn't get their ass whooped. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. So, goodness. I mean, shoot, they pretty much stole us from off the coast of East Africa, man. But West Africa, but you know, it was all foretold, man. It was all foretold back in Deuteronomy, man. Deuteronomy 28. It was all foretold that was going to happen, man. And they stole us. And if a man strive together, and one smite another with a stone, or with his fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed, if he rise again and walk abroad upon his staff, then shall he that smote him be quit. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed. So two people fighting, you know, they get into it, and you know, one messes another one up, then you know, he should be compensated for the time that he lost, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's what it is. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall surely be punished. Now it didn't say put to death. This one say he shall surely be punished. Even though the servant died, he should surely be punished. Like I said, they haven't had to deal with any of that, man. Their rules of slavery was totally against what the Bible said. It was, so their slavery went way too far. Slavery was used as a whipping stick to get us Israelites back in check. You know what I'm saying? It was used as a whipping stick. There was nothing wrong with it, but they took it way too far. They took it to try to destroy us. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his money. If men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall surely be punished according to the woman's husband will lay upon him, and he shall pay as a judge. So if you cause her to miscarriage, then you pay, you know, whatever the father of the child says you need to pay. You know what I'm saying? Because so this is miscarriage. This isn't a abortion. This is a miscarriage. Big difference. And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. Eventually it's going to go down, man. Like I said, vengeance is of the Most High, of Yah. Recompenses are of the Most High. So if the Most High says something's going to happen, if a recompense is coming, don't take vengeance upon yourself, because his vengeance will be done tenfold, because whoever does that they have something to pay. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot to pay for. And if a man smite the eye of his servant or the eye of his maid that it perish, he should let him go free for his eye's sake. So when they was like putting out our eyes and stuff like that, that person should have been set free according to biblical texts. If you smite his eye, he should go first for his eye's sake, man. Just for that simple fact. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth or his maidservant's tooth, he should let him go free for his tooth. So, you know, somebody like knocking somebody's tooth out or smiting the eye, we're supposed to be set free, man. We're supposed to be this property of theirs, and then, you know, you do something like that, you're supposed to be set free. If an ox gore a man or a woman that they die, then the ox shall be surely stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be quit. Now, this goes for animals, man. This is not just ox, but it's for animals, man. This is how you should treat them. And people treat their dogs like humans. But if a dog slays somebody, yeah, you know, you should euthanize them. You should kill them. You know? If they cause harm to somebody, you know, that they die, they need to be killed, man. Take care. Keep your pets locked up. They still animals. They wild beasts. But if the ox were wont to push with his horn in time past, and he have been testified to his owner, and he have not kept a man, but that he have killed a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and his owner also shall be put to death. And if you have a dog or something like that who has attacked somebody before, and you know, and that dog wasn't euthanized, and then it goes out and do it again, you and that dog need to be killed, man. Wild ass dogs, man. If there be laid on him, not just dogs, man, any kind of pest that's vicious or dangerous, man, he should be put to death. If there be laid on him a sum of money that he shall give for the ransom of his life, whatsoever is laid upon him, whether he have gored a son or gored a daughter, according to this judgment shall be done unto him. If the ox shall push a manservant or a maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels, and the ox shall be stored. All right, it's just a push and not a death, but just a push. And if a man shall open a pit, or if a man shall dig a pit and not cover it, and the ox or ass fall therein, the owner of the pit shall make it good and give money unto the owner of them, and the dead beast shall be his. So if you accidentally kill somebody's animal or pet by accident, then you got to give money. That you compensate them by giving them money. You know what I'm saying? You got to give them money for the animal, man, for their pet. That's what you're supposed to do. You know, and if one man's ox hurt another, then he die, then they shall sell the live ox and divide the money of it. And the dead ox also they shall divide. So, you know, when it comes to animals, you know, people love the animals. This is how you should do wild beasts, man. Or if it be known that the ox have used to push in time past, and his owner have not kept a man, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead shall be his own. So, you know, you gotta compensate for everything, man. You know, if you know you got a bad pet and is known to do bad things, then you are the one that's responsible for that pet, and ultimately you got to pay for that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? These people treat their animals like humans, man. So these are the laws of like judging wild beasts and stuff like that. laws for slavery, manslaughter, cursing your parents, and stuff like that. These laws are already written right here in Exodus chapter 21. So again, like I said, man, slavery had been going on for a while. The transatlantic slave trade was just like one of the worst slave trades ever because they took it too far. You know what I'm saying? Slavery had been going on for a long time. You know, there's nothing new about slavery. It's just that the way that, you know, the transatlantic slave trade was, it was trying to destroy a nation as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Trying to destroy that nation. You know, trying to destroy them completely from their heritage, to rethink the way that they do for a certain reason. And that reason is found in, I think it's Psalms 83, I forgot. But they try to stop us from being a nation. But like Willie Lynch said, your mind has a way of correcting itself. And I hope a lot of you people who are listening to these Hebrew videos are starting to correct your mind, man. You've been lied to quite a bit. It's time to start opening up your mind and start seeing, you know, what's really going on in this world, man. Because it ain't gonna be long, man. We came in here in Jamestown in was it 1419 or 1519? 1619, my bad. In 1619. That's about 400 years. 2019 to be 400 years, man. And y'all better start waking up, because times are going to start getting hard. It's going to be a struggle, man. So start waking your minds up. Start getting right mentally. And you're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Just continue to follow. Don't follow the ways of the world, but follow the ways of Yah, and you'll be all right. It's your boy, Yah's chosen one. I'll catch you on Exodus chapter 22. Shalom.